Hi everybody, it is Paige. I am back and the Edge of Eternities train just keeps rolling. We are here with a couple new items that I was hoping to get sooner rather than later. Being that these are probably the last magic I can buy for the couple weeks, I figured I'd go ahead and get them done now. I was able to procure an Edge of Eternities bundle and I believe they call them Omega collector booster. It's just a collector booster. It's just got the bigger packaging, so it can be sold in retail and not as easily like opened or anything like that. I am actually still looking for a Final Fantasy one, so if anybody has a line on one that's not like $150, I would definitely be happy to get that. Even if it's just the package for a couple bucks, I don't mind that. I just need the actual package in a really decent condition for my package collection. So weird to have, I think, but I like it. Anyway, that being said, I wanted to go ahead and open these up and kind of go through some things and see what we get. Obviously, a collector booster is just going to be a little bit more fancy and have some more rares. That's awesome. Hopefully we get something fun in that. I know the headliner card is the, I believe it's the Solthera, which I've got a regular of, but like it would be really cool to pull that special edition one. And then, what is it? The Singularity version, I think is what they called it. And then obviously you've got your bundle, the quote unquote fat packs that we used to have that, you know, I've gone through the Tarkir one in a past video, and, you know, you get your spin down and your lands and then your packs, and I love it. You know, because then I get a little box to play with and keep stuff in. So that's fun too. But yeah, no, I wanted to do this. I went to draft last night with Sonia. Had about as bad a time as I did the previous week with the pre-releases. But I didn't stress myself out, so that helped. And also, like, we do prizing, like a lot of places do, and I got one pack, and funny enough, I was able to pull the Nexus of Fate with that, and I'll take that as a, you know, like my consolation prize for the night. So, you know, I like the set, I really do. Sonia and I have been having a lot of discussion about it. So, you know, I'm hoping things kind of gel and I can get some good stuff with it, because there's so much I haven't gotten yet. So I think there's probably going to be another box in the not near, not distant future, maybe a couple months or so, you know, get another box and see what I can get out of it. Kind of like I did with Final Fantasy. So, well, let's get to this. I am going to open the collector booster last. That is my, that is going to be my fun one for the wrap up. But let's go ahead and break into this bundle. I'm sure if you've seen Sonia's video, you know pretty much exactly what's in here. Like I said, it's, I don't believe, very different from the Tarkir one. I don't think it's different at all, just the set, obviously. But try to give myself a paper cut with this thing. All right, so starting off with the box, same art is on the outside shell. I kind of like it sometimes when they put different art, or maybe like art on the one side and then like it's on both sides. But this is still a really sharp box. I love the colors to this set. And this already looks better than the box I got for Tarkir that had this little insert all destroyed and like this insert destroyed. And so I'm very glad that this one looks a lot better. And I love this art. I love Sammy. They're so cool. And I believe that's Tanook. Yeah, I love this. This set has a really good aesthetic, especially if you are a fan of sci-fi, you know, and I grew up a fan of sci-fi. I'm a big Star Wars fan. So yeah, you know, I love the set. I love the design of the set. Awesome. The dice is really fun, and if you watched my Tarkir one, I mentioned that they're very similar. Obviously the darker for the Edge of Eternities, but they're very atmospheric. They've got kind of that luster dust, I think is what it is in it. Both silver numbers, both just kind of like a nice little, you know, it's kind of like if you put them together, it's like going from the lower atmosphere to the upper atmosphere in space, and it's kind of fun. So, all right, so we all know from all my videos so far that I am an absolute sucker for the full art lands. I love these things. The basics are pretty good too, but these full arts they're where it's at. I love them. And having another set of these and having a full set of foils really makes me happy. So these are so gorgeous. This set has some amazing lands to it. It really does. And I believe it's the Emissary Escort that is the, yeah, Emissary Escort. Oh, that's actually a really fun art for this promo. I love the little shield. It reminds me of Tony Stark in Endgame when he pops the shield up to cover Hawkeye. Like, I love that. So that's fun. I mean, the card's okay, but I do love the art. And that's kind of how I got into Magic in the first place, was starting to see a lot of the artwork and deciding that it was really something that I wanted in my life. So, God, I love these art. Even the basics, these arts are amazing. I still love how this one looks like it's like teeth. Like it's a face trying to swallow something in a cloud. So, well, let's go ahead and break in to these packs and see what we get. Like I said, I'm really hoping for something. I know the Ancient Tomb. I still haven't hit one of those. There's still a couple of the special guest cards that I need. You know, some of the stuff like that. But also a lot of the mythics and things I really enjoy seeing in this set. But I haven't come across them yet. So, with that land. So fun. It's called Technician. Actually. Sorry, I am very OCD when it comes to getting all my stuff together. Still love that doggo. Still good. Still a good doggo. Swarm Yard. Awesome. That is one that was on my list of ones that I wanted. That can go right in my squirrel deck. That's perfect. Lumen Class Frigate. I did not have this one, I don't believe. That's awesome. +1/+1. This would have gone really well in my my decks over the weekend. That's kind of funny. Okay. All right, let's kind of make some room here. I was gonna say, of course I get it now, right? Sonia and I have been discussing how our experiences have differed and how much she loves the set. And like I said, I love the set. I think there's a little polish that needed done to this set. And I think we've discussed it a lot. That's pretty. We've discussed a lot that the fact that the move from block to singular sets for me doesn't allow time for the actual set to flourish as much as it should, and the mechanics to kind of evolve the way that they should. And I'm really hoping that maybe we kind of go back to that. That would be really fun. Vampire. Oh, ooh, I'll take that. I will take both of those. I skipped past this, but that is okay. Double rare pack, and there are 2 rares I did not have, so this is perfect. See, this is the stuff I needed in my my draft pool. So I did get some fun cards. Consult the Star Charts. I love that card. That card did a decent amount for me. I'm not a fan of the fact that it is 2 blue and 2 colorless to play. Nice Sammy there. I love that cat. It's so cute. But I do love the card. It's really fun. It helps out a lot. And, you know, I'm a sucker for anything that's modular. I really do love the ability to play different things when you need it. Sledge Class Seed Ship. I believe I needed one of these as well. So that's perfect. So far, I think I'm doing really well with brand new stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, I got some good stuff. I got to play Weft Walking, which a bunch of people had turned down, and I probably should have. But I have a feeling that card is going to be really good in the right deck. We're talking about the possibility of doing like a blink effect on it, or sorry, or a phasing effect, I should say, to knock it out of the area for the first turn, because it, you know, when it comes into play, it lets you draw 7 cards, fill your hand, and then from that next turn on, which you don't get to benefit from, the first card that anybody plays in their turn is free. It's very much like an equal omniscience. However, you don't get to benefit from that right away. So I've been thinking about like phasing it out with some old phasing cards. I've been thinking about like the Nexus of Fate, you know, kind of comboing those two together so that you're the first person that gets the bonus. So, you know, like I got to lose with it. That's fine. I still got to play it and I got to see how it worked and try to go from there. So, and no, that card got me screwed last night. Ooh, Devastating Onslaught. See, where were these yesterday? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a really good one. That would have really helped me this past week, or, you know, draft and everything. Goodness. Like I said, getting some really good stuff. Funny enough, I picked these up at Micro Center. If you've got a Micro Center, it's kind of an awesome store for computers. I haven't been there for a while, and I'm kind of surprised I went back for Magic, of all things. So fun. But it was nice to go back in. We have a really nice one here. So, anything crazy? Sammy. Okay. Pinnacle Emissary, another one I needed. In fact, I passed this to Sonia during our draft last night, and she needed it for a deck. So that was perfect. It worked out for her, and now it worked out for me. All right. This collector booster is burning a hole in my pocket. Our Micro Center, as I was saying, I love that art, is across town. And I really wanted nothing to do nothing but pull the car over and open these on the way. I think I told you guys before how hard it is to contain my excitement on my way home. And yeah, Living Zone, not a bad one. I have that one, but it's not a bad card to have. I've got a couple different decks that may be able to use that. I think the other problem I have with this set is my luck hasn't been consistent. Like, the box I bought was really good. The side packs I got have been decent. The pre-release and draft stuff I got, not amazing. And that really kind of makes you not enjoy what you're doing as you're playing. So, you know, nice. I actually just bought the showcase version of this last night. Corral of the Void. That's great, but that means I have gotten all 5 of the, what is it, the Shocklands in packs. That's amazing. I love that. I love that for me. I need those for some decks. That's wonderful. Okay, down to the last 2. Okay. Okay. Memnon to go with the other one. Rust Harvester. I cannot get away from this card. I think I've got a play set now. It's not bad. It's just, like I said, I don't love getting the same card over and over. And that and the Esteli Angel are really kind of crazy. So, all right, last one. Hit me with something good. Forest. Let's turn for Eternity. Okay. Can we get a land from the bonus sheet? No. That's okay. Or, well, maybe not. Propulsion. All right, so nothing there. What did I get? Cosmic Grands. Okay, I will take this. That was perfect. I just saw somebody selling this for like $15, and I was like, see, this is something that would have helped me amazingly at the pre-release. That is a good bundle as far as I am concerned. That is really fun. All right, so let's move to the collector booster. Knock this out real quick. Trying to streamline some of these videos so I'm not taking forever and wasting everybody's time, but I do want to kind of key you guys into what I'm getting and what's going on in my magic life. All right, let's see. I haven't actually opened one of these in forever, so let's see if I can figure these out without destroying it. It must open back here, right? It's so much easier to open like the packs, which is what I normally open. Like I said, I don't think I've bought one of these bigger Omega packs since maybe Strixhaven. Oh, that's cool. Little drawer for it. Make it look all official. All right, let's see if this pack is worth the price I paid for it. See? Nerd. That was a Star Wars quote for anybody who knows. It's actually a Return of the Jedi quote, but... All right. So pretty. I hear these are a slight different Mylar that people are having a little bit harder time with. Oh, yeah. This is kind of a pain. There we go. I was going to say, don't make me get scissors. I don't have those ready. Oh, that's pretty. I was hoping I wouldn't necessarily get an art card. I like the art cards. I really do. But I kind of wanted a foil here. That's awesome. All right. I am not entirely certain how this is going to go. So some of these are the first times I'm seeing these in, that's really cool, in foil. Emergency eject, sea chip impact, atomic microsizer, that's kind of fun. Social engineering, and a forest. All right, time to breathe through. Let's see what we get. I will take that. That is one of the ones I've been hoping for. If I can get the green one, I'd be even better, but that is awesome. That will definitely help me. String Thicket, nice. Definitely going in my squirrel deck. Royale, nice. Scavenger Grounds, I have it, but not in foil. And Pain for All. Okay, not bad. It mostly paid for itself with that Uthros, I believe. And the Alpha Royale is a really fun card. I have the other art for it, but still, that's a really wicked art. So, nice. Not so bad with all of these. I actually am really happy. Probably don't sound, but this by itself makes me happy. And getting one of these outside of the Commander really helps out too, because I've got a couple decks that I could use that in, and I didn't want to have to cannibalize the whole deck for it. So that's actually really fun. I'm actually really happy for this. So yay. Well, I am so glad you guys got to go on this journey with me of just opening these. Like I said, I will probably be back. I'm going to spread out my videos. I know I shot a couple the other day. I'll be spreading those out. So by the time you see this, it will probably be a couple weeks in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and do a couple more videos on some other things. So, but like you said, all the time, everybody always hits it. But, you know, if you enjoyed this, please like it. Please subscribe. Definitely helps me out. And I will be back with some more magic goodness. Bye.